Greetings, good people. Ooh, let's talk about Jason Derulo and this lawsuit. He is being sued by one of his former artists. This is messy, honey. All right, so let's get into it. This is according to the New York Post, right? So the singer Emaza Gibson, she alleges that Jason Derulo promised her a record deal, but then pressured her for the sex in exchange for her career advancing. This is what is being alleged in this bombshell lawsuit. She said, I'm at this point in my life right now. It's very heartbreaking. Gibson, who is 25, she told NBC News on Wednesday. All right. So Gibson, remember, that's the girl. She moved to LA in 2008 to pursue a music career with her sisters. And they have a YouTube channel that has over like 1 million subscribers. Anyway, Gibson's sisters no longer work in music, but Gibson was hoping to pursue a solo career. In a lawsuit filed Thursday in Los Angeles County Superior Court, Gibson alleges that Derulo eventually dropped her deal after she rejected his sexual advances and invitations to dine out and drink alcohol. Ooh, no, no, no. Gibson accuses the What You Say singer of quid pro quo sexual harassment. She said, I have anxiety. I'm traumatized. I've dealt with inhumane work situations. I'm at this point where I'm back to zero and I have nothing, she said. So this is a picture of her on the right, and that is Derulo on the left. Oof, this is a mess. So according to the lawsuit, in August 2021, Derulo reached out to Gibson to become involved in a venture between his music imprint, Future History, and Atlantic Records. Doesn't Atlantic Records have some sketchy rumors circulating around there? Anyway, the filing also said that her contract required her to have a single featuring Derulo and to promote a mixtape in 4 months and an album in 6. Ooh, that was the Death Row Records contract. She began working with Derulo to create music to present to Atlantic record executives. She said, during this time, Derulo often invited her to drinks and dinner at a members only lounge. She turned down those invitations, hoping to keep their relationship professional. This is what she is alleging. Her sisters probably schooled her to the game. It's like, don't take no drinks from none of these clowns. Do your work and go home. So according to the lawsuit, he also began inviting her to drink during their studio sessions. In September 2021, she agreed to have a drink with Derulo in the studio and was given, quote unquote, inappropriately large amounts of alcohol. This is what the lawsuit is alleging. She said that she told him that she was not a drinker. So it's like, you're not listening to that the first time I tell you, and you're still pushing on me. It's like pressure at this point. In November 2021, Gibson traveled to New York City in November to meet with Atlantic executives to finalize her deal. This is where it gets crazy, y'all. Before the meeting, Derulo allegedly told Gibson that a woman named Rosa would be joining them. Okay, according to the suit, the woman told Gibson that Derulo invited her along because he was on some shit, implying that Derulo was in an intimate relationship with Rosa. Derulo then showcased Rosa's music. This is what the lawsuit is alleging. Gibson, remember, that's the girl, that's her pictured here. Gibson saw this as a sign of Rosa's career progress because you're sleeping with his dude, she said. So I noted that as well because, okay, she's advancing. This is what Gibson said. The filing claims, come on, New York Post. The filing claims that when Gibson commented that she was thrown off by Rosa, okay, Derulo lost control and began aggressively hitting his armrests, screaming, "What does she have to do with you? We weren't going to tell you anything. We don't have to tell you anything." He then allegedly went, quote unquote, radio silent following this exchange, failing to assign Gibson a project manager for her work and ignoring messages. A mess. So according to the lawsuit, Gibson spoke to an executive from Atlantic who said, the Atlantic team wants you to win, but I can't say the same for Jason. My God. So the record company that he is in some sort of partnership with is throwing him under the bus. Gibson was dropped from Atlantic on September 6, 2022. Gibson's lawyer, Ron Zambrano, said Derulo not only broke promises and breached contracts, but his threats of physical harm and unconscionable sexual advances toward this young woman who was just trying to break into the industry were outrageous and illegal. The Post reached out to Jason Derulo and Atlantic Records for comment. And of course, I'm pretty sure that they didn't hit them back. My goodness, Jason Derulo is being hit with a sexual assault lawsuit. A hot mess. I'm going to tell you something. This Jason Derulo fella is not personally my cup of tea. I can recall one or two songs, but he just comes across as a little bit corny in a sense, you know? I don't know. If this is true, then he definitely deserves to be reprimanded for his actions. Now, sister girl, if this is false, I hope Jason Derulo countersues you for defamation. In this crazy world of the business called music, you just never freaking know, all right? Drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. If you're really familiar with Jason Derulo, does he give off creep vibes like this? Have you ever heard of this artist? Let me know. Talk back to me in the comments. All right, y'all. I'm signing off. I'll talk to you later.